What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Hypocritical AF podcast. I am Albert Fig, and today I am joined all the way from Austin, Texas via Zoom. We are treated to a special guest. Her name is Moody Banks. What's up, Moody?
Hey y'all, I am so excited to be here. I love this podcast, so thank you so much for having me.
Of course.
I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you. Nah, this is all about you. Look, I can tell off tops, the merch, the patches, everything you got going on, dope.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
I designed them all myself. I'm really into fashion. That's something I really want to venture into at some point. So that really means a lot to me. So thank you.
Of course. Yeah, I was checking out the website. I mean, you got the shirts, you got the lighters, you have stickers.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
What's next? I mean, because that's
Got my
already
sticker
up
right
there.
here, y'all.
Yeah, rep the sticker. There you go.
What's next? I am actually working on a new collection for my next tape that I'm working on. Secret.
Secret.
But yeah, I'm super excited for that. I'm really trying to just keep these launches going, and I want every single launch to be different. So, you know, there's gonna be some new stuff. So I'm really excited. That's all I can say.
Yes, yeah. And you even have some shows coming up, right? In the Austin area?
I sure do.
Yes.
I actually have one on Saturday. So if anybody's in Austin, come through. It starts at 7.
Slide.
You can find all the info on my Instagram.
Yes.
For that.
Well, let's get into just you, the person, and let's give the people like a good introduction for yourself.
So
from my understanding, and you correct me where I'm wrong, feel free to stop me anytime because I could ramble on.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But so you're born in Torrance, right?
Yes, sir.
And then after spending a few years there, you made your way to Corona.
Yes, I did.
And then in Corona, eventually, you know, I would say safe to say most of your childhood there.
Yes.
And
most of my childhood was in Corona for sure.
And then eventually you made your way to Austin, which you're at right now.
Yes.
So break all that down, man. Start from Torrance and tell the people everything about it.
Yeah, for sure. So my family is from Torrance. They all live in Torrance. That's kind of where you could find all of my people. So that's a really special place in my heart because, you know, that's where grandma lives. That's just everything. That's family right there. We moved to Corona when I was younger because my parents didn't want us to go to school out there and felt like, you know, Corona in the Empire is a lot quieter. It's a lot chiller. It's more of like a place for family. So we ended up moving out there and it was a really great experience. I got really heavily into basketball while I was out there and I actually ended up playing Division II college basketball.
Oh, you could ball.
I played. Yes.
Okay. Hey, I don't want to make it a thing. I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but you see me, I'm all Lakered out. You feel me?
I see it.
You feel me?
I love it.
Okay.
That's all I gotta say.
So you be balling. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Continue.
So I went to school in Irvine, which was also really cool. It was I got to be by the beach, yada, yada. But Austin is really, you know, where I found myself. And I moved to Austin because I wanted to work in music and Austin is, you know, live music capital of the world.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's like the capital.
Opportunity to work at the studio, and while I was at the studio, I just kept seeing and hearing new artists coming in, sitting on their sessions, and I would hear the beat, and I was like, "Damn! Like what I'm making up in my head is like super fire."
Yeah.
So then I was just like, you know, like I wanna try this. Like I think I can do it, and once I started, I just couldn't stop. But I was always very, very musically inclined and I was always a writer and I was always super into art and just being creative. So I think the universe really just led me there to see like who I really was. You know what I mean?
That sounds dope. I mean, that spot that you're talking about, was it an intern spot?
Yeah, it started as an internship. It was a paid internship and then I got an actual position there. So, you know, God was really looking out for your girl. That's pretty much all I can say because it was just so random. Like, there's really no other way to explain it.
The opportunity of it, you know what I mean? That's crazy. In a good way.
For sure.
Man, that's dope.
And I think one of the main things that is like super important about that story was like not having fear and not letting fear hold me back because I was scared. But if I would have let that fear overcome my willpower, I wouldn't be here right now.
Mm,
So for everybody who's out there listening, do not let your fears hold you back.
not at all.
They are a figment of your imagination.
Yeah, preach on that, man. I feel that I can relate to that. And I feel a lot of people in my circle, or even, to expand upon it, not just circle, family, close friends and everything, a lot of the, the fear is what holds them back a lot of times. And, I always say this thing in the podcast it makes no sense, but that's why I like it. I say this thing called bend the grass. Does it make sense? Not at all. But I say bend the grass because it just means do it. It don't matter what's going on. No matter what doesn't make sense. If these pieces don't add up, do it.
The beautiful thing about life is that it doesn't have to make sense,
Mm-hmm.
Like, it is what it is. You can create anything. You have infinite willpower to do whatever you like. So I'm there with you.
I feel that. Yes. Talk about a little bit the transition, what that was like going from California to Texas. Was there an adjustment period? Was there cultural shock? Anything significant that stands out?
It was everything, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, when I got to Austin, I was just like, whoa, like, I don't say this in a rude or disrespectful way, but I was kind of just like, is this it?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You're like, nah, there's gotta be more to this. Why is it so hot?
To, like, being in LA every weekend, and like they don't really have clubs and stuff like that out here. Not that I'm even big on that.
Yeah.
But the scene is just like it's just different. Everybody out here is so sweet and so nice, and they're so southern.
The vibe.
Everybody just has so much. Like, I would be walking down the street, people would be like, hi. I would be like, what the hell? Like,
it's that southern hospitality.
That was weird to me because, in Cali, people, we don't speak to strangers.
They just all go. Everybody's all go.
We just keep it pushing. It's more fast-paced lifestyle. So it really humbled me, and it really, like, grounded me. And I feel like it made me start really searching for people in a different way, because it opened my eyes to not having such, just the LA mind frame. But don't get me wrong. I think that mind frame is also super important, because I know how fast things move, and I try to keep that pace out here, which I think separates me a lot, because I just work all the time.
That's,
what I mean?
Nah, for real. I mean, you get the best of both worlds in Texas and California, but what's cool is that you get to take that, you get to take that Southern California mindset and put it into that area, and you're going to flourish.
Exactly. And I feel like it's really been working well for me.
That's amazing. Yeah. Austin is where it's at for sure. Oh, man, you're just doing big moves, and I appreciate all that. But let's talk about 2020, man. So in 2020, you put out this EP, right? Full Blunts and Full Moons.
Yes.
That's
6-track baby.
6-track EP, right?
It's my baby. Yes.
I mean, you got tracks. So if you didn't know too, it's not just doing this interview because I just want to do the interview. Like, I'm a legit fan. Like, I'm subscribed to your Spotify and everything.
I really love that. Thank you.
Sure. And I mean, you have tracks on the EP like, what was it? Strawberry Amnesia. Saturday.
Yes, sir.
You have tracks on there like You Thought.
Yes.
Which one? It's like, I mean, it's kind of like a cliche question to ask, because I've had artists on here before, and I always ask them, and it sounds cliche, but off that 6-track EP, which one do you think, like, you personally, that you like really like? All right, this is the one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's definitely Strawberry Amnesia. That song is like really my favorite song. The bass line is just such a West Coast bass line, but it still kind of has like that old timey feel to it. And, I just love music that kind of sounds a little dirty, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't explain myself as like this really cool girly girl who like, likes pop music. Like, I'm not like that. So I feel like that song specifically really kind of characterizes me as a person, because I could be sweet, I could be cute, I could do all of these things, but I'm not a joke. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you're right though. As soon as you touched on it, and as soon as you said the bass lines, that's like, that's the first thing that clicked, because like once you hit play, like, it don't matter what you're doing, what mood you're in, if you're just listening to it, you first hear that bass line and just the intro from it, you're like, all right, hold up. It's like, it's a different vibe, right? It's a different mood. You're like, all right.
Yeah.
It makes you want to tune in for sure.
For sure. Cool. That makes
Yes.
me so happy because like I love that song. That's my shit. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry, I don't know about
Oh no,
all
you
this, but
good? Yeah,
yeah.
we cuss all the time on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, we cuss all the time on this one. Yeah, tell me about a little bit more about the process of how that EP came about because it's still fairly recent, right? It hasn't even been a year since you've been put
Yes.
out.
No, it has not
No,
been a
right?
year. That like that EP is my baby when I say that because I actually started working on writing those songs years before I
Mm,
released it. Because like I said, I just when I had moved to Austin, which was 4 years ago, that's when I really started taking music seriously.
mm,
So I really had to study music and just figure out how to translate, myself in a booth because singing out loud is a lot different than singing and tracking the music
right.
and doing background vocals and
Mm,
reverb and all of this stuff. So I had to learn how to make my voice sound the way I wanted it to sound
yeah.
tracked. Because the first time you go in that studio, you're like, whoa, like this sounds terrible. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can't do it. Just hearing your voice, it's
Mm-hmm.
such a hard thing to get over. So I really took my time with that. And a lot of those songs I wrote really early. I just didn't have the experience to like track them the way that I wanted to track them.
Right.
So like me saying those are my baby, like those are my baby
Yeah, you mean
because
it.
they were there with me for the whole process. Like I was catching up to them
Mm,
because like I said, like I'm a writer. I love writing. I've always been a writer. Like I write stories, I write all kinds of stuff.
right.
So the writing is never an issue for me. It was actually like learning the process of tracking music.
Oh, yeah. Not for sure. And what's like, I mean, just hearing that too, I can't even imagine what is the patience for that. What's the patience like for that? Because you got to have patience when you're doing all that, right?
Yeah. Um, it literally took me like 2 years and I'm still learning and I'm still discovering new things about myself. And I think it's really important for artists to not be so caught up on time
Mm,
because patience is key. When you have patience, it just flows better and it could become something totally different. Like I'm pretty sure I had almost 99 bounces of some songs
sheesh.
of like things that have changed.
Yeah.
And I think for me, I'm okay with that because I know music right now is like really fast paced and everybody's
Mm-hmm.
like just trying to put out stuff as fast as they
Yeah.
can
It's on
because of
go,
the
on go, on
internet
go.
and the algorithms. But I don't really care. Like I just want to put out stuff that I'm proud of and that I like and I know that, I put my all into it. So I
Stuff
just
that's
try
gonna,
not to rush the process and just go with the flow because it always turns out better for
yeah.
me in that way.
You want quality over quantity and stuff that's gonna stick around and be
Exactly.
around, you know what I mean? On constant plays year, 2, 3, 4 years from now, as opposed to something that's just hot right now, temporary.
Exactly.
Yeah, I definitely feel
Like
that.
I'm not trying to make no TikTok dances. Like,
Yeah. Nah, I don't even,
you know what I'm
I'm not
saying?
even on TikTok. I feel like too old for that shit, but hey, that's just me, you know?
Me too, man.
Nah, but that sounds amazing, man. It sounds amazing just hearing that process and getting the behind the scenes stuff that's going down for a lot of times because us as listeners, we take it as it is. We know when it's here, it's dropped. If we listen to it, you know what I mean? Pick
Hmm.
apart some stuff, whatever, but we don't get to appreciate all the stuff that goes into it. You know what I mean? The daily grind of
Right.
it, the less sleep of hours you get, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think something that Michael Jackson once said that like really stuck with me is like, if you release a song and you're not like completely sick of that song,
Mm,
when you release it, like you didn't spend enough time on it.
right. Yep. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yep. Yep. I've heard that from a few artists, legends.
Yeah, for sure.
That sounds, oh man, yeah. It's just crazy just hearing that again because like I've heard it so many times, and you hit it like on point.
Yeah, I mean, you only get so many chances and so many times to be here. So, like, for me, like, what I say is extremely important because I want to make a mark on the world. I want to leave a positive message. Like, I'm not trying to just be quick in and out. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for longevity and I don't
Yeah.
really care how long it takes. Like, I just want to be able to like make sure like what I have done and what I have said has been like the best that I could possibly have done, you know?
Yeah. For the process and enjoying it too. You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely. I was actually really blessed when I got my band because now we can do a lot of stuff together, and that makes it so much more enjoyable because, you know, two minds are always greater than one, and now I have five. So
I was about
it's
to ask
really
that.
fun.
I was about to ask that. You did, if I'm not mistaken, you did a live performance in us, right? Was it the Fallen?
Yes.
What's the band?
Yes, Moody Banks and the Fallen Dollas.
Yes.
Shout out to the Fallen Dollas, man. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
are everything. Joshua Ross, Taylor Brown, Tony Bojangles.
Shout them.
I got Colin. I got Bryce, my drummer, one of the best drummers in Austin. I'm trying to tell y'all, like, they make everything better because it just flows so much more organically. And having those live instruments and those frequencies,
Right.
man, it's just, I can't explain it, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's just I saw because I see because I've been following you for a minute on IG and I saw you posted it and then I was like, man, live performances right now, like just seeing because with COVID and everything, and I was like, how's it gonna work
Yeah.
out? But I remember y'all in Texas, so it's like, all right, it should be better.
Mm-hmm.
So it's even on YouTube, on your YouTube.
Yes, it
So
is on
I
YouTube.
was checking
And
it
that was
out.
actually a performance that we just recorded it, we tracked it live, we recorded it, and we just dropped the video. So there was no audience. It was just something that we really wanted to do to like
Yeah.
show people like, we're ready when the
Right.
time comes, like we can do this. Like,
Damn, I didn't even
we
know that.
got
No
it.
audience.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So yeah, we just
It's
were like, you know what? I'm tired of waiting. Like, I'm gonna just shoot this video real
yeah, for
quick.
sure.
And
Yeah.
we didn't like mix it after anything. Like
No, you
all
just
of
put it
that
out.
was just in the moment.
Yeah. That's dope. I mean, it's cool that you do that, that you put your team on and you shout them out when you can and everything, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
you are right. It is a group and every little key thing brings out the best in other people, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and they have a huge part in that. Like, I want them to succeed as much as I do
Right.
because it literally wouldn't be the same without them. So that's like my mini family, you know?
Yeah, when I saw the video, I don't know if this isn't me comparing your music or trying to, I don't
Oh
want to
no,
like
no.
when I saw the video because I'm a big fan of like old school jazz, R&B, and
Yes.
there's this group that I personally enjoy and listen to. I don't know if you've heard of them, but they're from Chicago, Illinois. They're called Duran, Jones and the Indications. I don't know if you ever
Oh, I've never heard of
you
them, but
should.
I definitely got to check them out
Yeah, trip them
now.
out. I feel like you would really like their their tone and their vibe. But they're a
Yes.
group too, and
You
they
gotta
did.
shoot me. You gotta
Yo,
shoot me a video or something
yeah, I'll
on
shoot you. Yeah,
Instagram.
I'll shoot you the DM. I'll show you the ones, and I'll show you the exact song you would like too. But
Yeah.
they it's a good ass vibe. But they did a kind of like a similar performance to live. But it was
Mm-hmm.
like in a little library, like that type of thing. And when
Yeah.
I saw your video with that group and your band, I automatically thought of them, and I was like, I could see the
Nice.
similarities. So I'll shoot you it.
Future tour.
Yes, yes. Let's
We're
speak it
putting
into
it out there
existence.
right now.
Yes. But yeah, so let's go to go away from the EP and talk about some of the
Yes.
singles that you had. Now, there's
Yes.
in 2020, I'll give you a couple. So I'll just shout out a few. You put singles out like a Dreamport, um,
Yes.
Quarantine, not quarantine, but
Quarantine.
Quarantine,
No, that was
TEA.
actually the first song I released, which is so hilarious now.
Yeah,
But I was feeling it.
Quarantine. Yeah. What's the significance with that? The Quarantine at the end.
Quarantine, it was just like at the very beginning of COVID. And I thought it was really funny because everybody was, staying inside and like being
Mm-hmm.
distanced. But it was
Mm-hmm.
like, damn, like how long are we gonna do
Yeah.
this
Right.
for? Because, and I was just thinking about like people who are like single and don't have relationships. Like, what's
Mm-hmm.
the quarantine? Like, who's with who?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's
Yeah.
over at whose house? Like,
Right.
how are
Right.
y'all doing this? So that was actually something really funny that me and my friend Steph, we write together. Hey Steph.
What up? What
We
up?
we were just like made that song up and we just thought it was really funny and we actually shot that video like in my bedroom. So
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
it
On some
was
Kaylani type
super
shit.
random, but like people were fucking with it. So that was kind of like my first step out of my comfort zone. And then after that, I was like, oh, like it's on and popping. Like, you
That's
know what I
dope.
mean?
Yeah. It's a barrier thing, right? Once that first barrier you break to get outside the comfort zone, then you're doing it. You're just like, man, why
Exactly.
didn't I do this? You know what I mean? Sooner.
Exactly.
No, I feel
So
that.
like,
I feel that.
yeah.
So after the so you have there was another one recently. You just dropped a recent single, right?
Yes.
Roller
Yes,
Coaster.
yes,
It
yes.
came out
Roller
March
Coaster.
5th, I want to say, right? March 5th, something like that. Early
Yes,
March.
yes, yes, yes.
Early March, Roller Coaster. That one's out and it's available on all platforms, everywhere you want to get it.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about that one, Roller Coaster itself. It's a really good chill
Man,
vibe.
yeah, Roller Coaster. I really love that song too. Like that song and Strawberry Amnesia,
Mm-hmm.
like are kind of like,
One and the
it's that
same.
old like saxophone sample mixed with kind of like this new sound.
Mm-hmm.
And lyrically, I don't know, that was low-key a freestyle song. So like
Ooh,
I'm really proud of that song.
for sure, as you should.
You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, dang, like I don't know, that night in the studio, we were kind of just vibing. We did like 6 or 7 songs, just like play me the beat. Like first time I hear the beat, I like to just get in the booth and say something because I feel like that's always my first natural reaction.
Yep.
And with that song, it was so easy and it was coming to me so fast. We just tracked it like right there.
That's dope. How long did it take for you to
Thank
even
you.
get it? Like just from the first, you said you freestyled from the first word off top to the end of it to the completion. How long was that like?
Yeah, probably honestly like less than an hour. I
Damn,
went back and obviously like tracked it
touched it up.
seriously, which
Mm-hmm.
took longer. But like I said, like writing is really my thing. Like I'm a writer at heart. So I just love writing. Anytime I can create a scenario or story, that's when I thrive. So yeah.
I feel all creatives have that one thing. There's unfortunately, I feel like I don't exactly have that. Whatever that DNA that's in it, y'all got that because creatively, it's not even you can tell by the way you do even just like some of the artwork. You know what I mean that you post on your IG, the artwork. Some of these, I don't even know what it is. I like I'm just saying like I can't even think of a way to come up with that. So creatively, you have that
Yeah.
gene in you to create something like that. So I just knew off the top like, oh yeah, it makes sense that she can write all this.
I just feel like a vessel
Mm.
that it flows through. Like I can't explain it. I wish I could, but the words just come and it just is. Like I really wish I can explain it better, but I feel like I'm just the vessel to help other people and to help, touch
Yeah.
other people and encourage other people. And I'm super, super, super thankful that I'm able to do that because
Right.
I know that, like you said, not everybody is. So I do not
Yeah.
take that for granted, not one bit.
I mean, I think that's the thing that's going to be beneficial for you and to naturally people will gravitate towards you. I think it's just that relatability. You know what I mean? There's a lot
Yeah,
of people that can
yeah, that's
relate and just
true.
be like, okay, I feel this. And then you can connect on a deeper level with your fans as opposed to something that
Hmm.
just feels kind of fabricated or fake. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
That's dope. That's crazy. Even
Thank
just,
you.
yeah. So shouts out to you for all that. And, just,
Thank
just straight up
you.
grinding in 2020. And then as we're sitting here in 2021, you already got like the first single out. What other
Yes.
stuff without giving away too much? You know what I mean? Can you give us like a
Yes.
little insights? You know what I mean? Or like on a day-to-day basis of what exactly is going on going forward?
Yeah, for sure. So I actually I work at the studio still.
Mm-hmm.
So every day, I get up, do my morning stuff. Sometimes I'll go to the gym if I have time, but
Right, right.
I usually just am always at the studio, either helping somebody else or if it's like, chill days, I can work on my own stuff.
Yep.
But I'm usually there like every day until like 12 o'clock at night.
Damn.
I just I just live there basically.
Yeah.
Nothing else I could
As you
really say.
should.
Like
Yeah.
that's everything for me. So
That's just the grind. That's the grind.
that's just the grind that I'm on right now.
Yeah, straight up. And then now that we're almost, basically in May, you have
Hmm.
the show, you got the show coming out in the first. And
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
what is summer 2021 look like for you?
Man, summer 2021 is going to be epic. I'm working on, like I said, a new tape. It's called Feeling Colors. So
Okay.
that's kind of the premise
Ooh,
of it.
little insight.
Um, I'm just really excited. I'm really excited because I feel like, as a band and as myself, we've also gotten better.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just really excited to bring that old school vibe
Right.
into this new world and just start bringing, real music and real frequencies back
Bringing
because
it
all
back.
of my stuff is, real instruments tracked. It's not played on a MIDI.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's something that really, sonically
Yeah.
separates music.
Right.
When you feel those real instruments,
Yeah.
it gives you a feeling that it's just not like anything else.
Yeah, so you have a real complex way of thinking and breaking all this stuff down, and I'm curious now, is there any artists that you like, you know, get inspiration or draw inspiration from? Because
Yes.
I don't know if it's like a fair comparison to you, but like even listening to it, some of your music, I get like a Nora Jones vibe, you know what I mean?
Yes, I love Nora
Yeah.
Jones. One of my favorites.
Yeah.
I love Nora Jones. I love oldies. Like I'm really an old soul. I'm an
Yeah.
old
At
head. I
heart.
love Erykah Badu.
Yes.
I love Jill Scott.
Mm-hmm.
I love Nora Jones. I love Amy Winehouse.
Yep.
Um, Man, I just remember I was watching this Amy Winehouse documentary,
Mm.
rest in peace,
Rest in peace.
and her reasoning behind, getting into music and making the songs that she did is like she was just sick and tired of everything that was on the
Mm-hmm.
radio. And she was like, I'm trying to switch it up.
Yeah.
And I feel that spiritually, mentally, physically, like, I
Yeah.
feel like
And when it hit, it
everything
hit.
is kind of just in a cycle right now. And I want to be someone to like break through, kind of like Frank Ocean did or like
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar did. Like those two
Straight
are
up.
also like really big for
Influences.
me. And I love Erykah Badu and Jill Scott because they're consistently dropping knowledge in their songs, but it's kind of disguised and coded. So like if you can hear it, you can hear it, but if not, you still like the song.
Yeah.
And I love that. Like I want to be able to, drop little seeds here and there to have people start thinking differently.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's funny that you mentioned that too, because it like you can see the similarities in your music and your styles. And, going forward, if everything starts popping, it's like the live performances, you'll be able to get like a better grasp of, it's a better performance. You see it as opposed to hearing it, hearing it
Exactly.
like, obviously we'll appreciate it. And that's how we eventually fall in love with all the music, but the performances and the energy that you get for it, you know what I mean? Like I went to, there's a show here in Sacramento. It's like a cannabis cup. They do it like every year. Well, maybe not right now because of COVID. But I saw I saw Lauryn Hill, Ms. Lauryn Hill live.
Nice. Yes.
And, at first, being a big fan of her since younger, even when she was with the Fugees, like being a big fan from that and listening to her and just going from whether she's rapping or she's singing, being a fan is one thing. When I saw her live in person, it was just kind of like, oh shit, like that's really her. You know what I mean? And the performance that she did, it was such a good performance that I almost got taken away in that, like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of like, it was nostalgic for sure, but I was like, whoa, like that hour flew by.
Like transcending almost.
Right, yes.
Like it raises your vibrations. You're just like, whoa, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. So we're thinking the same on that one. Yeah. So that's cool. So like I said, I was trying to getting your insight on that as far as your comparisons and everything, because I was, like I said, I was kind of getting the Nora Jones vibe and everything. And I was, kind of thinking, what else can I compare it to, because it's tough because I've had artists on here before, like I said, and it's like, I might say like, hey, your music reminds me of this, and I might be way off. And they're like, actually, no, that's not the vibe I was going for at all. And I'm like, oh shit, like I got to be careful with that,
Yeah,
but
for sure.
it's just, because I understand a lot, as an artist, like this is your thing, it's your baby, like you said,
Yes.
So of course, like, so I get that, and it's cool. So yeah, Jill Scott, Erykah Badu, for sure.
Yes. Well, you hit it right on the head. So
yes,
A+ for this one.
Yes, for sure. So it's so summer 2020, like you said, is gonna be popping, it's gonna be lit. I know you got everything going with you solo. You got your, your music that you're going, you got your band and everything. What kind of, not to look too much far ahead, or maybe you do envision this already, but where do you see yourself, let's just say 3 years from now? I like in the past I've said 5 years, but that to me it's kind of too far ahead, at least for myself. I don't look that far ahead, but in a 3-year time frame, like what can you see yourself in 3 years from now?
3 years, I see myself on, a big tour, either I'll by myself or with somebody, but I definitely, see a world tour. I see a new tape. I see everything. I see a clothing line. I see so many things. Like I'm such a I'm such a dreamer. Like I'm always just in my own mind. So when
Yeah.
you ask that, it's like I see an infinite
Yeah.
world of possibilities, but I know for a fact, like we gonna be there. It's just a matter of time. You know what I mean?
It's just when.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Do you,
Like if is not a question to
yeah.
me, it's
Oh,
when.
we think, yeah, we think the same.
Yes.
Do you see, I'm curious too. Do you have a lot of things that I've been seeing pop up lately? And I didn't exactly do this at first, but now I am starting to get into it a little bit more is, um, positive affirmations, daily affirmations, and
Hmm.
a vision board. Do you have any of those type of
Yes.
things?
Yes, absolutely. I do it every morning. Every morning I write in my journal. Every morning, I think it's important
Mm,
to say something that you're grateful for
right.
and to, write down your goals and write down your affirmations because we are in basically essentially just an energy field.
Hmm.
And, us being humans and who we are creators. Like we can create, and that's what separates us from like other animals on this planet,
Right.
So your thoughts become actions,
Right.
but only if you believe them to do so. And I think the first step in having a dream become
Hmm.
a plan is writing it down
Mm,
because it then becomes a tangible object.
right.
So I'm really big on affirmations. I write every single day, like
Yeah.
Moody Banks, one of the greatest artists ever,
Oh yeah.
ever, ever.
Yes.
And I truly believe that.
For
And the
sure.
more you believe it, the more it's going to manifest because then you have other people believing it for you.
Hmm.
And I think that's like really, the secret to life is just having the confidence and believing in yourself because, people are always like, oh, I want to do what, God wants me to do, or I want to do what, whatever the creator has
Hmm.
planned for me.
Right.
Like, okay, well, he has planned, he, whatever
Yeah.
it is, has planned like what you plan for yourself.
What you finna do?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not what he has planned, it's what you have planned, but it will help you. But I think that's a common misconception. Like the creator wants what you want for yourself.
Right.
You just have to know what you want for yourself.
Yeah. For sure. I mean, that's well said. You know what I mean? And I
Thank
agree
you.
with everything. Like I said, back in the day, or younger me didn't exactly fall into those type of things. Meaning, like I just maybe didn't
Hmm.
believe in them at the time. But as you grow, as you get older, as you kind of see things in a different light, you are able to do those
Hmm.
type of things. And like I said, yeah, now I do the daily affirmations. You know what I mean? And
Yes,
there is a power in seeing everything and speaking it into existence. So for sure, I agree with you on that.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Amazing.
Snaps.
Snaps, snaps, snaps. Yep. So another question that I have too, because this is so the name Moody Banks, right? I
Yes.
can,
Yes.
everybody can make their assumptions, have pre-notions of everything, but to hear directly from
Yes.
you, where did the name Moody Banks come from?
Absolutely. Moody Banks is sort of a double entendre because, you think Moody Banks, you're like, oh, that's like swag, banks, money, blah,
Mm-hmm.
blah, blah. But really, Moody is what a lot of people would call me because I never feel like a singular expression of myself.
Mm,
Like every time I see somebody or whatever, people are like, you look different every time I see you, or like, you have so many styles, or you have so many of this, because I feel different every day.
right.
And I want to embrace every side of myself. So I wanted to take Moody and take it away from a negative perspective and give it a new light. And Banks was just because of a reminder to myself that I'm forever like rich in soul. I have everything I need. And
Mm,
like I'm the bank. Like I'm cool. Like no matter what happens, like I will always be good. So that's where that comes from.
yeah. Man, that's amazing. Yeah, I think of it too.
Thank you.
I was thinking at first because I was trying to, think. I was like Moody Banks. I was like, I wonder if it's like if it's a callback to your own music, because
Mm-hmm.
music to me personally, I'm a big fan of music, and my music uh styles or my music genre changes depending on the mood that I'm in. And some certain musics put me
Yes,
in a different mood than I was initially. So I was thinking
exactly.
maybe your music you could be like, all right. it's moody because of how much it'll switch or how much it'll change you and put you in a different mood, you know?
Exactly. And it's just like that's you got it
Yeah,
100%. That's
for
exactly what
sure.
it is.
For sure.
Like I want to, create an ambiance for
Mm-hmm.
people
Yeah.
of
And that's
like
what like
different
the
moods.
people can connect to that a little more too, because like I know people that they'll tell me they only listen to this type of music because it puts them in this type of mood, you know, or they only listen to this type of
Hmm.
music because it's the relatability. You know what I mean? I was even
Yeah.
I was even listening to, because like I said, I'm a big ass Lakers fan. I was listening to this this interview with Kobe, and they was asking him like, "Yo, what do you listen to put you in the mind frame? You know, when you go into like to NBA Finals game?" And he was just like, "Man, he's like, I listen to a song." Like from Nirvana, Smells Like Teen Spirit. He's like, I'll listen to that just because
Great song.
it puts him it reminds him of a spot in life that he was at. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And he was
Yeah,
saying
that's so
that,
cool.
yeah, he was saying that at that time when he was listening to Smells Like Teen Spirit, he remembers being a teen, listening to that in the background when he was just shooting hoops in his back at a park, just shooting and shooting. And he
Oh,
says that he was saying that he looks back to that grind and takes that and going into a game 7 of the NBA Finals or
yeah.
any game in general, you know, and that's why he is who he is, you know.
Right.
But
R.I.P. to the GOAT,
to the
man.
GOAT, man, yeah, and it's like I feel that one. So it's definitely the music is a big part of everything. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people, myself included, that they wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't even like I've been a lot more chill. You know what I mean? In certain situations, I'm a lot more chill, thankful to the music, where I've escaped a certain feeling or left a
Hmm.
certain, you know, a mood or whatever because of a song or because of music that I go to, you know what
Right.
I mean? So it is definitely moody, you know?
Absolutely. I love it.
For sure. Well, just man, just to you know, getting ready to wrap all this up.
Yeah.
I can I'm trying to give you your time. You're like, I can go, trust me, I can keep going for hours, you know what I mean? But just it's I feel like a lot of people when they hear this are gonna appreciate you and are gonna want to, you know, jump on that train right now. And it's good that you want to hear, because I got a lot of people like I don't know, I don't have the biggest following or the biggest influence, but the ones that I do, they're like solid to the core, you know. So I feel like they're gonna
Yes.
gravitate towards you a lot, and they're gonna
Yeah.
follow you along in this journey. But when's the next time you're gonna come back to Cali? Because we got to see some performances here. I got to go to a
Yes, for
performance. You know what I
sure,
mean?
man. I'm
Yeah,
waiting. As soon as the doors open, we out there.
we out
Trust me.
there.
Like
Book it.
I've been plotting and scheming this for a long
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
And I'm from Cali, so like that is like
It's a
my
vibe.
dream. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? And I freaking love the Bay Area. So
Mm-hmm.
definitely gotta head over there too.
Got to head
I'm
over
really
there
looking
too.
forward to that.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, I can't wait to go to one. I'm gonna be
For
there damn near
sure.
front row. Telling people
Hey
like, yo,
man,
chill, chill,
trust
chill, you
we
know?
like everybody remember this moment,
Yeah,
okay?
for sure. Well, tell the people just any last final things about you, anything that you want them to know before we start giving them all your ads and everything they can find you at.
Yeah, for sure. I just first and foremost want to say, like, if y'all take the time out to look me up, like, it is extremely appreciated. And, my mission in this life is just to spread love and create good music. And I hope that my music can do that for you and that it finds you well and that you understand the frequency that we're trying to be on. Because, we need that in today's day and age. Like
Mm-hmm.
we need something. We need something, someone to just be that person. And I believe that it will be me. I would believe that it will be others, but I feel like a real revolution in music is going to start, and like real music is coming back. So just
Yeah, it's
and then
coming.
if y'all follow me now, y'all could be like, oh, I
Yeah,
remember on
yeah.
Hypocritical. Yeah.
Nah, for sure. There's no the ceiling is not enough for you. Like it's to the moon and more, you know. It's not even just that. So there's no
No,
cap
thank
out for
you.
you. But you got Moody Banks the creator, Moody Banks the artist, Moody Banks the
Yes,
person
sir.
first and foremost. You have your website. You have all your
Yes.
ads, you have all your platforms. Start
Yes.
with Instagram. Tell the people where they can find you on Instagram.
Yes, follow me on Instagram, M00DYBANKS.
And I'll put it down below.
Feel free to like reach out to, like, I love meeting new people. I love talking to everybody.
Hmm.
There's a link in my bio where you can find all of my music, all of my videos, my website, my merch, all of that. So don't be shy. I'm a people person. I'm a Gemini. I love talking,
Yeah,
so
me too.
I can go on forever too.
Well, I want to save. I don't want to go into everything because I want to have you back. I mean, throughout the years, you're gonna
For
be dropping new
sure. I would
stuff,
love to.
and I want to bring you back for sure. And so the
Let's do
merch,
it.
trip out on the music, the stickers, the website, the artists too. Because like I said, the stuff that you're creating, the art
Yes.
that you're doing, so jump on all that while
Thank
you guys
you.
can right now. And yeah, again, just wanted to thank you for coming on and thank you for the conversation. And like I said, I feel a lot of people are gonna
Absolutely.
gain a lot from this and
It was
gravitate towards you.
Yeah, it was a great conversation. I love when, like-minded people can sit down and find, similarities, and it just reminds us that, the world is not as big as
Yeah.
we think it is. So I was really grateful to be here and to have such a good convo with you as well.
Well, thank you. Man, yeah, I really enjoyed this one.
I
It's gonna
know
be
the
a good one for
vibes.
everybody. It's gonna be a good one. But yeah, so everybody check out her EP, 6 track, Full Blunts and Full Moons. Check out her singles, Quarantine, Dreamport, Loving You. And the newest one that came out
Yes,
in March, Roller Coaster. It's available everywhere.
absolutely.
Check it out on YouTube. Check it out on Spotify. Run those numbers up. And like I said, give her a follow and say what's up.
Yes,
All
thank
right.
you.
All right, everybody. This has been another episode of the Hypocritical AF podcast. I am Albert Fig, joined today by Moody Banks. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Peace.